Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is day 3 of the Cat's Tail Gathering tournament, and in this first game we are playing against Asaha Magic. Yay, isn't it so fun? Facing the same deck over and over again for like, I don't know, 3 days straight. Okay, not really, but like, I faced this deck I think 3 times now, which is a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. Anyway, so of course they're going to start on Sinora, and then they're going to use Sinora's skill, then switch to Thunder Manifestation, use the Station skill. I mean, that's pretty standard right at this point. So I'm just going to... And as for me, I'm just going to use Raiden's skill, and then switch to Shenhe and use Shenhe's skill. Wait a minute. I'm just using Sinora TM, but like slightly different. Here he actually normal attacks again. I'm guessing they don't have enough Electro dice, which is kind of depressing for them. Then here in this next round, I'm just going to normal attack and then burst with Shenhe. And the station shouldn't be able to kill her in time. I get a crap ton of Electro dice here, so I just reroll all of them because I don't need Electro. And I get 2 Omni dice. Wow, thanks game. Very helpful. So I start off with a Blizzard Strayer. So my deck doesn't have any dice fixers, so Blizzard Strayer is kind of my dice fixer here. Thankfully they didn't equip Gilded Dreams or anything like very expensive, so I'm able to use Opera Epiclese to get an extra die for Shenhe. And I actually use Adeptus Temptation and Cryo Resonance here as well to be able to KO the station. And this is really good for me because now they have no more Electro on their team. Now they only have Sinora and Asaha, so this is much easier now. I don't know why they switch back and forth here. The only reason I can think of is that they want to go second next round. I don't know why, but I'll take it, I guess. Now starting off, I just use a Hash Brown and then skill. I mean, what else is there to do? And here again, I don't know what the point of the Lotus is because Shenhe's skill does 4 damage, so the Lotus doesn't actually protect Asaha in any shape or form. But at least they do have 10 dice on Sinora going for them, and I can only attack like 1 more time, so maybe they can take out a character or 2 here. So instead of using my last 3 dice for attacking, I'm actually going to switch to Raiden here and then use a Hash Brown because I don't want to get swept by Sinora with Gamblers. So instead I'm just going to try and survive this round. And if I can survive this round, then next round I should be good to go. I just spent my last 2 dice on Blizzard Strayer. I could have switched to Chongyun as well to really survive this, because as you can see they use Gamblers here. But instead I only switched to Chongyun now, which perhaps is kind of a mistake. I mean, it's all good though because I still have 12 HP compared to their 6 HP, and Sinora doesn't have a revival left. But you can never be too safe because Asaha Magic, any deck that uses Sinora really, they usually have Tevat Friday as well, so they can revive a character or 2. That's why I say Fresh Wind of Freedom, just in case they revive anyone here. And here in Desperation, they just use Tandoori, and then I end the round with a normal attack, I think. Or no, I'm just trolling apparently.
A touch of frost.
GG. Going to the second game. Can you guess what we're up against? That's right, Sinora plus Station. Who would have guessed? But this time with Yelan. And I think the Yelan version is actually better than the Asaha version. It's just a lot stronger, honestly. So anyway, of course they start with Yelan, and I'm gonna start with Raiden because Yelan is just going to set up round 1, so nothing's really going to harm Raiden. Although whether I stay on Raiden or not depends on my dice, and as you can see in this case, my dice are not really suited for Raiden to charge up a burst. So here I'm just going to use Raiden's skill and then switch to Shenhe, use Shenhe's skill, the usual.
There is no escape. I will do as you command.
And I actually use an extra woven here just to equip Blizzard Stray as well, so that I can get some guaranteed cryo dice next round. So now of course they are going to use Yelan's ult, and then they'll probably switch to the station and start dealing a ton of damage using normal attacks. To prepare for that, well, I don't know, I can't really prepare for that, so I'm just going to do what I do best, and that is staying on Shenhe and just get outing.
Do your master's bidding. How was I so...
And I actually should have used the hash brown here, using my last die to heal Shenhe, because even though they only have 2 dice, it's not a surprise that they can attack again. Like, they could have Liar Song to take back Gilded Dreams to get an extra die, or like in this case they use Northern Smoke Chicken to be able to attack again, thus killing Shenhe.
No escape from...
Though I think if I healed her she might have died anyway. Oh well. You know what, forget I said anything. Anyway, I used the I haven't lost yet to just get energy for Raiden, and then I spend my last 2 dice on just equipping stuff so that I don't waste them. And now amazingly, Raiden's burst can actually KO the station, so I don't have to worry about his ult anymore. But what I do have to worry about is Sinora. Because Sinora can freeze, like instantly freeze both Raiden and Chongyun with her normal attacks, and I don't have fast action in hand, meaning that this round I'm just gonna get frozen no matter what. Thankfully the Sealy does give me 2 healing cards, so I can try and stall this round out and just survive until next round. The only problem is that if they have Fried Egg or something, then I'm kinda screwed.
The campaign begins.
I actually tried to let them kill Raiden here because I wanted to use I haven't lost yet on Chongyun, but then they didn't attack anyway, so but I guess since they're going first next round, then here if they kill Raiden, then I can put in Chongyun straight away and kill, well, not really kill Sinora, but I should win that, thanks to I haven't lost yet. Here of course they don't use their ult to kill Raiden because they definitely do not want that. So instead they use their skill to just freeze Raiden and bring her down to 1 HP. I tried to fish for I haven't lost for fast action switch here, but unfortunately I don't get it, so I'm just forced to switch to Chongyun slowly. And now here comes the Liar Song Gilded Dreams combo. Ah yes, 2 Liar Songs, bringing them all the way back up to 7 dice. Oh yes, War Princess, Vorukasha's, actually is that Vorukasha's role? No, it's not, it's the other one. Oh yes, all the way up to 8 dice again. How wonderful. This is fair. Anyway, I switched back to Raiden again to just let Sinora kill her, but they actually revive the station instead. But now they have no dice, at least. So I can equip Gamblers, take out the station, and then take out Sinora's... Oh, actually I don't do that. I switch to Raiden again. I use Lotus on her so that the sheer code doesn't kill her. And I use Joyous Celebration, which was kind of a waste because Chongyun actually still has another hit of cryo here. So yeah, that was a complete waste. But you know what, it's fine. Yeah, as you can see, I was not really feeling it today. Playing 15 games in a row does this kind of thing to you. Anyway, here comes their gamblers, and of course they kill Raiden. And now I Lotus up first so I don't die to Sinnora's ult, which will in fact be a Pyro ult. I'm pretty lucky they don't have adapters here, I think. Otherwise they would have killed me. Thankfully they didn't, so I managed to clutch the game with just 1 HP left. And here I do a bit of trolling, because of course. I'm sorry. But yes, GG. Alright, going into the third game. It might look like the second game, but it's actually a different game. We are going up against the same guy, who's using the same deck, and we're gonna do the same thing again, and hope we win. Thank you, I know my plan is amazing. This is how you get top 16 in Asia, guys.
The campaign begins.
So I get a crap ton of cryo dice here, so I'm definitely going to use Raiden's skill and then Shenhe's skill. Although, looking back, maybe it might have been better to just charge up Raiden's burst straight away on round 1. But it is what it is. I put down a Sealy, Opera, and don't use the second Sealy because I want to use Blizzard Strayer on Shenhe to guarantee some cryo dice for next round. And to equip Blizzard Strayer, I need a total of 5 dice, so 1 die for switching, 2 dice for Blizzard Strayer, and then the final 2 dice for an attack.
Array!
So it's a pretty good thing I use Blizzard Strayer, because now the only cryo dice I have are from Blizzard Strayer. In fact, I nearly got all 8 types of dice here. I'm only missing the Omni die. I use a Voruk Kasha's Glow to trigger Opera Epiclest to get an extra cryo die so that Shenhe can use her ult. Now of course here they're going to use Yelan's ult. That's literally all they know how to do. God, I hate Yelan. This is why I should have stayed on Raiden on round 1. But anyway, I use Shenhe's ult, and now of course they switch to the station because they're going to start dealing a ton of damage using their normal attacks next round. Did you know that against a character with Lightning Rod, as you can see here, the station deals 5 damage, combined with Yelan's burst.
No escape!
That's insane. That's not fair. I use an extra die to heal Raiden and then just end the round.
How was I?
Now of course they send out Signora because they want to freeze me next round to not let me freely attack, and once I'm all frozen, maybe they can squeeze in one more attack with the station to deal some actual damage. So to stop the freeze, I use Cryo Resonance here to kill Sinora and bring her into a Pyro phase. So now instead of being able to freeze me, now she can deal a ton of damage to me instead. Yeah, I'm not sure which is better. I think this is better than being frozen, but it's still pretty bad. Now I use Gamblers and just kill Sinora. And I also healed up so that I wouldn't die in one hit to the station, but I don't think that was really the right play because I can't switch anyway. Chongyun's gonna die anyway, since if I switch to Raiden, then he'll just normal attack and Chongyun will die to EC, Electro Charge. So yeah, here I just have to stay on Chongyun, waste my last 2 dice, and now they're going to bring out their 6,000 dice generating cards, gamblers, everything, and just sweep me. They still have 3 normal attacks here. Actually, yeah, 3 wait. I mean, probably they still have 3 more normal attacks here. I bet they still have another dice generating card somewhere. But anyway, that's all they need to beat me. So GG. Now in this fourth game, we're going up against this stall deck, which uses Xingqiu, Layla, and Barbara. Basically, the idea is to just start on Layla and then, I don't know, do stuff until they finally equip Tenacity of the Millelith, Aquila, Favonia, and Xingqiu, or Layla, and then they just kill you because they have too much healing, too much sustenance, and too much damage, and freeze on top of that. But against this kind of stall deck, Shenhe SC is actually does have a pretty good chance because of Chongyun's burst. Combined with Adeptus Temptation and Cryo Resonance, it's bound to one-shot anything. So what I do is I start on Chongyun first to get 1 energy for him, so that after I use Raiden's burst, he'll have 3 energy ready for a tactical nuke at any time. Usually I wouldn't equip gamblers like that because you really don't know who's gonna get a kill first. But since this is against this kind of stall deck, really no one else except Chongyun is gonna get the kill. So I'm pretty confident in equipping gamblers on him. And for once I actually get enough Electro Dice for Raiden to burst, which is pretty amazing. I would say this is a bigger achievement than my entire TCG career in this tournament so far. So yes, as you can see, that's all they're gonna do. They're gonna keep dealing 1 damage and building up their Night Star stacks, and then after a while, when you think you have been dealing some decent damage, they're going to use Barbara's burst and heal everything back up. And it's like you never dealt any damage in the first place. If you ask me, the kind of deck that does really well against this kind of cryo stall deck is an actual Geo stall deck, because you have more shields and healing than them, and they're never going to break through you. While I can actually deal damage at some point in time, unlike them.
What exactly
So now here, of course, I switch to Shenhe, and make sure to keep track of how many Night Star stacks they have, so I know when they're able to freeze me.
Cryo Incarnate.
Now they do have Barbara's burst ready, but of course they're not gonna use it yet when they are pretty much at max HP. I know, right? I've been attacking the entire game and they're still like kind of max HP. How? But anyway, I just heal Raiden and then end my round. And then I'm just probably going to stay on Shenhe until they freeze me. And then maybe I'll finally switch to Chongyun and hope that his burst can take out someone. In fact, I actually managed to pull fast action switch here, so I have a tactical nuke ready to strike at any time. So since Barbara is only at 7 HP, I decided to do it right now. The only problem is, see here, I had to use my ult to kill Barbara, and now that means that I don't have an ult for Xingqiu and Layla, and that's really my main mistake in this game. I should have saved that ult for Xingqiu or Layla. Here I was thinking that it's not really a big deal since I can charge it right back up. But that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is just keep that element of surprise to be able to use Chongyun's ult at any time on their main carries instead of Barbara, who's not their main carry. And it doesn't matter if they're at full HP because, like I said, Chongyun's ult with Adeptus Temptation and with this Shattering Eyes, it's bound to one-shot anything, even through Tenacity of the Millelith. So now we have gone through multiple rounds. My Raiden summon, Shenhe summon are all gone. I've used the Chongyun burst. And what do you know? They still have 12 HP. And counting.
What exactly is team?
So now I can't stay on Raiden anymore since she'll die. I kinda don't want that to happen. Now here they switch to Layla and use their burst to freeze and also deal quite a lot of damage to Shenhe. Now I switch back. So if they kill Raiden now, I can put out Chongyun and potentially kill next round. But they don't kill Raiden. And now here I'm hoping they actually kill Raiden, so that again I can get that free switch to Chongyun. But you'll see that they won't do that because, well, they don't want to give me a free switch to Chongyun. Okay, never mind, they actually kill Raiden here. And I put out Chongyun because the Night Star combined with the Rain Swords are a guaranteed freeze even if I put out Shenhe. And if I put out Shenhe and I switch to Chongyun later, Chongyun, who has Cryo on him, will get frozen by a second normal attack. And that's pretty bad, I'll just get double frozen. So that's why I put out Chongyun first. Now here, of course, they just use a second normal attack to freeze Shenhe. And now you can see that all of a sudden, I'm the one with a lower amount of HP. And their HP just keeps going up. And this is all because I wasted Chongyun's burst on Barbara. Now there's not much I can do to save Shenhe. I decided to use Shattering Eyes and Adapters to take out Layla. But that's not really good either because now Xingqiu can come out with 9 dice for a total of 3 attacks. And plus he uses Passing of Judgment. I mean actually that doesn't actually do much against me right here. But he doesn't need it anyway. I do freeze him here and it appears that my summons can kill him. But of course they still have he still has a lot of healing for sure. Mushroom Pizza. Actually Mushroom Pizza is all he needs. And so he'll go first next round, and then he'll just kill Chongyun with 1 normal attack since he still has a Rain Sword. And that's it. So again, note to self, just save Chongyun's burst for the actually important characters.
After all that training.
Now for the final game of the day, we are going up against Moncle or Moncle, whatever you like to call it, which is a very rare sight these days because it just doesn't deal enough damage or has enough survivability to really go up against the meta decks like Yelan Magic or Asaha Magic these days. But anyway, we shouldn't underestimate it. First thing we should remember is that Moncle can get a first turn kill, meaning that if you just stay on the same character for the entirety of round 1, that character will die. So of course I start with Raiden's skill and then I'm gonna switch to Shenhe and use Shenhe's skill. I also save Joyous Celebration in my hand just in case I can perhaps use it to cleanse any elements, since Moncle is pretty dependent on elements. But here I don't use it yet because there's really no point. If I use it to cleanse the elements here, Mona's summon is just going to apply another one on Shenhe and I've essentially accomplished nothing. I saved the Electro dice here since I imagine that Shenhe might die pretty soon, and then if she dies I can put out Raiden, use I Haven't Lost Yet, and then use her burst. Although I do heal her up here because like if I can avoid her dying then I might as well, right? Now they switched to Mona, which is, I guess they didn't want to let Klee die, of course. So I just used the ult and then and finally I switched to Raiden because I don't want to let Shenhe die for no reason. It's like I want her to die, but at the same time I don't want her to die for no reason. That kind of thing. And I was quite fortunate to get Gamblers here, considering that both Mona and Klee are in one-shot range. So Gamblers is bound to get some pretty good value this round, unless they just stay on Agent the whole round. and then I don't think they can accomplish much that way. Now they use Fervent Flames to one-shot Raiden here, which isn't that good since Raiden isn't really a key character at all. If he was one-shotting Chongyun, then I would say that's a pretty good play, but against Raiden, definitely not. Now I just have 8 dice, and I mean, this is a pretty straightforward kill here. I could even end my round and just... Okay, actually they fast action switch back to... Oh no, never mind, they just put out everything. I could actually just end my round and my summons would take care of the rest, but I decided to do it myself, manually using Chongyun. And I use Woven, I use Joyous to freeze myself, and I switch to Shenhe and finish it off with Shenhe. GG.